Sometimes, animals find themselves in dangerous situations where they are in desperate need of a helping hand, like this cat stuck in the mud. And there are many more occasions where an animal's only chance of survival is the help from a kind human. Today, we're going to show you moments where animals ask people for help, and it'll break your heart. When this penguin is being chased by a group of orcas, its only chance of survival are these kind humans on the boat. The orcas are still chasing the boat, but the penguin is now in safe hands. This horse is stuck in mud, and if these kind humans weren't there, we don't know what could have happened to the poor animal. The rescue effort for this Alberta wild horse named Trust has garnered millions of compliments, earning global recognition for the team's dedicated efforts. This little one lost its way in the deep waters, struggling to find its path. But these amazing folks stepped in and rescued it. This is Wunda, one of the 160 chimpanzees residing at the Chimpanzee Rehabilitation Center. When her health finally allows it, Wunda bids her caregivers farewell with heartfelt hugs, ready to venture back into the wild. The car owner pulled over to the side of the road to rescue a helpless animal trapped in a fence. Acts like these restores our faith in humanity. Nobody knows how this cat ended up on the pole, but thanks to the rescue team that arrived just in time to save the poor animal. These dogs called for help when their shelter filled with water. Look, how happy they are now. If you ever discover your pet in such situations, stay calm and reach out for assistance, just like this gentleman did. Thankfully, the dog is being saved by the rescue team. When a hungry snake mistakenly swallows its own tail, it's truly a tragedy. Using soap to help the snake vomit is the only solution. When this helpless animal got stuck between gate bars, these compassionate people rescued it by cutting the bars. It was a small sacrifice to save a life. This turtle found itself in a dangerous situation, but luckily, the waves and currents guided it to safety, where these humans were able to rescue it. This zebra is hurting because a piece of pipe is stuck in one of its legs, making it hard for her to run or walk like she should. But people step in to help, freeing the zebra from the pain at her feet so she can gallop freely once more. When the wolf hunting season had already ended, this particular wolf found itself caught in a trap. The big wolf began barking and howling, desperately trying to call his friends. Setting him free proved to be quite a challenge. One of the men carefully placed a noose around the wolf's head. The animal was extremely nervous at first, but gradually he started to calm down. These people showed great courage because, as they attempted to release the wolf's paw, they were dangerously close to his mouth and his large, sharp teeth. The frightened animal could have attacked them at any moment. A deer found itself tangled in the batting cage net, caught in a tricky situation. Luckily, 2 Bridgewater police officers spotted the distressed creature struggling to break free and came to the rescue. A sparrow's tiny legs froze to a metal rod, leaving it unable to fly away. By fortunate chance, a man noticed the bird. Gently, he warmed it with his hands, being careful not to harm its delicate wings. He breathed hot air onto the bird. Finally, after some time, the sparrow was freed and able to fly once more. The poor fox fell into a gap between a wall. Simon from Wildlife Aid was called out to rescue the fox. He skillfully pulled the fox out with the grasper very quickly. The animal was frightened, and Simon had to be really careful not to let the fox bite him. People were walking with their dogs by the river when one of them fell into the water. The bank was steep, and the pup couldn't climb out. The dog battled desperately for its life. Seeing this, a woman hurried to save the poor animal. But the pup was too heavy, and they couldn't emerge from the water together. A passing man witnessed the scene. Without hesitation, he stripped down and plunged into the water to lend a hand. The small size of their bodies prevented the foxes from climbing out of the underground space. With the man's assistance, they were guided to find their way out of the trap. This dog was hit by a car in the street. He couldn't stand and was very frustrated. There was a confused expression in his eyes, saying, "Why won't my legs work?" When the rescue team took the dog to the hospital, no one knew for sure if it would be possible to help it walk again. Specialists examined the poor animal and found out that he had suffered a trauma to his spine, which had caused serious nerve damage. The doctors had just a little hope to cope with it, and they wanted to try, and they did. Sometime later, the dog was able to walk again. 2 divers quickly respond to aid the tangled seals, a task laden with danger due to the potential aggression of the seals. Carefully, they approach the creatures from their vehicle, securing them with a scoop net before gently commencing the process of cutting the ropes. Swiftly and skillfully, they complete the task, leaving only the final step, setting the creature free. Just then, the frightened seal makes a sudden dash for the water. Just look how this squirrel asking people for some water. This tiny monkey found itself trapped between bars. Fortunately, some kind-hearted folks came to the rescue, freeing the helpless creature. Despite the mother monkey's protective instincts leading her to attack the helpers, they persevered to ensure the safety of the little one. Watch how this kind-hearted man gives water to the thirsty koala. Acts like these restores our faith in humanity. Homeless dogs living on the streets often seek shelter among piles of trash. This dog is so weak that she barely resisted when the compassionate people gently placed a leash on her and offered her some food. Miley, as the rescuers named her, battled mange, parasites, bacterial infections, and required significant time to recover. At the center, she encountered Frankie, a timid dog rescued from a drain pipe, and they become friends. This Saharan viper snake, trapped for about a month, is now being rescued.